Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Ireland Horvat. The Arizona Wildcats have just wrapped up their opening round game against Princeton in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Lindsey Zinti is at the Golden One Center in Sacramento with a shocking upset. As the number 2 seed, the Wildcats were heavily favored going into this matchup against 15th-seeded Princeton, but the Wildcats could not get it done, going scoreless in the last 4 minutes and 45 seconds of the game. The Wildcats were most recently named the Pac-12 champions, but could not get the job done, losing 59-55 to the Princeton Tigers. In Sacramento, Lindsey Zinti, Cronkite Sports. What a night it was for ASU men's basketball against Nevada. The team competed in the first 4 and left with a 98-73 win, advancing them to the first round of the tournament. ASU came out strong in the first half, leading by as much as 29 points. They hit 8 3-pointers and dominated the entire game. Head coach Bobby Hurley has won 2 NCAA championships as a player, but is focused on winning one as a coach.
It was a complete performance for us, and you want to be playing this way at this time of year. That's what it's all about. I truly believe that our schedule and the games we've been in, especially late in the season, prepares you for these type of games.
ASU is now in Denver, the same regional as GCU. The Lopes already had a traveling violation on their journey to the Mile High City. Must have been a shock when the team landed. They found out none of their equipment had made the trip. Thanks to a Nike store and brotherly love, GCU's practice continued. Scott Drew, head coach for Baylor men's basketball, and Bryce Drew's brother, stepped in and helped the Lopes as they got a practice in at Ball Arena. Baylor loaned GCU the equipment they needed. The bags eventually arrived in Denver Wednesday night. ASU and GCU both fighting for first-round wins in Denver and a chance to play each other in the second round. Number 14 GCU will take on number 3 seed Gonzaga in Denver. The 11th seeded Sun Devils will play number 6 TCU. Should both Arizona schools come out with a first-round win, ASU and GCU will face off in the second round of the tournament. NASCAR debuted its new rules package for the Cup Series this past Sunday at Phoenix Raceway. The package is for short tracks and road courses with the goal of making the races at these tracks more exciting for drivers and fans. The idea behind the modifications to the cars is to decrease the downforce created by the vehicles. They did it by removing most of the diffuser strakes from underneath the car that helped to grip the track better. Now the cars are more difficult to control. This also gives drivers more mobility, in theory allowing them to pass other cars easier. Drivers were excited about the new rule change, but after the race, many of them felt like the changes did not affect their driving very much.
Like the racing side of it, I didn't think like trailing the guy in front of you was any better. So I think there's still work to do on that.
Maybe they're more fun and tougher to drive by yourself, but traffic, they're still really hard to pass.
One race under their belts with the new rules package, the drivers seem unimpressed. But this early in the season, it's too early to give a final verdict. NASCAR goes to Atlanta Motor Speedway this weekend. 1 down, 14 more to go as ASU has kicked off its spring football practices. Now under new head coach Kenny Dillingham, the Kajikawa practice fields have a new environment. Cronkite sports reporter Jonah Krull was there for the first day on Tuesday, with the Sun Devils not wasting any time to get going.
New coaches, new drills, new players. Everything had a sense of freshness at ASU's first spring football practice, and it wasn't by coincidence.
We want to compete, we want to have an intensity about ourselves, and our goal today was just own the ball.
When players wanted to take it easy during Kenny Dillingham's first spring football practice, he wouldn't let them, emphasizing tempo, energy, and competitive spirit to set the tone.
I think anytime you put them in this environment that you're going full speed for 35 minutes at a time and put that strain on them, You know, it's new, so I think there's a lot of room for growth there. But I think they were trying to do what we asked them to do. We pushed them to a point that they needed to be pushed today.
Guano set some really good things last year, and Dillingham has ran it, and I appreciate them both. And the tempo is going to kill some people when they come down here to play us, because we have 8 home games, I think. So it's going to be hot. So we're gonna run some teams to the ground.
Dillingham also raised the stakes with one-on-one, mano-a-mano type situations to bring out his team's best competitiveness.
I liked it though. It was like put you on the spot, you know, going into games, you know, there's a lot of people, you're in the spotlight, so you gotta have to rise to that challenge and stuff. So I like getting called out like that. You don't know if you up, so once my name got called, I was like, oh, okay, man, it's time to compete at that point.
After the historic losing season last year, Dillingham has said there are no expectations for spring ball, with his only request be that the Sun Devils get better every day. And it was just the first day, but it was a start. In Tempe, Jonah Krell, Cronkite Sports.
That's it for your Cronkite Sports Report. Back to Lydia and Jonah.